Another airline is added to the list. Aruba is another step closer in expanding its Latin American tourism market. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, snacks that help with your digestive system. Also, food and beverage managers, as well journalists, discuss how Aruba is developing future generation chefs. 15 on 15 starts right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yentl. It was announced last week the introduction of a new airline who will be carrying passengers from Bogota to Aruba. This new partnership will further develop the government and ATA's goal in attracting more Latin American tourists. LAN Airline will begin operations on December 1st from Bogota, Colombia to Aruba. This new signed agreement is an integral part of Aruba's efforts in diversifying the flow of visitors to Aruba. The addition of LAN concludes structural efforts of many years of trying to attract this airline to Aruba. LAN has affiliates with one of the largest groups of airlines in the world, with respect to connections consisting of 135 destinations in 22 countries, reason being why the island tried so hard to add LAN to the portfolio. The airline will be flying twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays on an Airbus 320 with seating capacity of 174. In preparation for this new fleet, an intensive marketing campaigning program is being prepared. LAN ticket prices are expected to be appealing. Moving forward, last Friday night, a female political campaigning debate was held. On Monday night's show, we heard from a few of the political candidates, and we also heard from the other side, which were the guests. Today's show, we have the organizer behind For Women event. According to the organizers of Friday's female political debate, the number of women attended exceeded expectations. The candidates who took part in the debate were not thrown any curveballs. Prior to stepping onto the stage, they were given a dozen questions concerning women's rights for them to prepare their answers.
A week ago, we gave them 12 questions to prepare themselves, and these were all questions that had to do with issues that have to do with women. They all were here, they prepared, they worked hard, and the public was more than we even expected. So it is a very big success in the terms that we put the agenda of issues for women on the national agenda.
Joyce says the gender inequality that the world has challenges with, Aruba does as well.
There's a female board index. It's only 14% worldwide, and I'm all for saying it needs to increase. And what is the role of the female in Aruba in positions of leadership, and how can we increase that? This has been going on for the last 3 years, and happens to be that we are all small business owners, and we all find this a very important issue for the progress of the island. So we decided it's election year, so we can put shine the light on women in politics. Our next conference will be about women in business. So it's about women in leadership, and the fact that that percentage, still worldwide, in Aruba it's not different, should increase. It's a very low percentage.
Females account for more of the voting population on the island than men. Yet, women make up for just a quarter of policymakers.
It's 26% only. Whereas there's 52% female voters. So if you do the math, it's just half, and there's more women that can vote than men. Now, it doesn't necessarily say that women need to vote for women. That's not what we're saying. We're saying is that the percentage of women that take the step to go into politics, it's low.
In other local news, but with a bit of an international twist, Sarquita Ofrenga defended her championship freestyle windsurfing title yet again. Aruban-born Sarquita Ofrenga is setting historic records as the youngest woman to win gold, win a freestyle championship, and also to hold duo titles in 2011. Over the weekend, the 22-year-old was crowned PWA's Women's World Champion Freestyle 2013 in Holland for the 6th year in a row. Sarquita says she is very pleased that her good friend Kirkir today of Bonaire won the top spot in men's freestyle and has a good shot at the world title with one more tournament win. Welcome back from the break. Besides for yogurt, there are other snacks that can improve your digestion. Take a look. For a dairy-free digestive aid, try pickles. Pickles are loaded with the kinds of probiotics that displace bad bacteria in the gut, so they too can help ease bloating, gas, diarrhea, constipation, and other digestive issues. Another food that helps with digestion is ginger. Ginger already has a strong reputation for being able to reduce nausea and vomiting, and it also appears to relax the digestive tract, allowing food to pass through comfortably without getting caught up. Experts suggest a tea made from an inch of raw ginger, root boiled in 10 ounces of water for 30 minutes. Now, speaking of tea, there's another hot beverage that will soothe your insides, and that is chamomile. It has been used for centuries in Europe to relieve gastrointestinal complaints. This herb is believed to aid in sleep, and it may also have a sedating effect on the digestive tract. Moving forward in more lifestyle news, here are some tips to live even longer. If you aren't at your dream job, that's okay. It turns out those at a job with high levels of stress and responsibility lives longer than the people at their ideal jobs. Also, forget about forcing yourself to follow grueling fitness regimens. There's no need for marathons or killer workouts. Stick with low-impact activities that you truly enjoy, because the hard stuff doesn't add on the years. For instance, moderate swimming, leisurely bike rides, long walks, etc. And get this, too much optimism could be detrimental to longevity. Always assuming the best, they say, may leave you unequipped to deal with the worst. A little worry keeps you warmed up for the curveballs that life throws. Switching gears, there are several things we are doing wrong with our food. Here's a few of what they are. You don't always have to devein your shrimps. Chefs do take out the dark veins from larger shrimps since they aren't pretty and can impart a muddy flavor, but for smaller shrimps it is not essential to devein since the veins are usually flavorless. Also, when baking at home, many people over or under bake. One trick is to tap the bottom of the loaf pan to see if the bread is ready. Soaking your meat, whether it is steaks, ribs, or chicken, in some combination of oil and acid is not always necessary. Pre-marinating your meats doesn't always effectively tenderize food. Of course, there are always exceptions to marinades, but read up on them before you think it is absolutely necessary to soak your meat before cooking. Aruba has an impressive culinary scene. While I was at the Western Wine, Food and Art Festival, I had the chance to speak to various food and beverage managers, journalists, and more who all agree that the future of the island's kitchens depends on young, up-and-coming local chefs. One of these young faces could be the next head chef in a big hotel running the kitchen. These students of EPI are driven and ambitious about culinary cuisine.
It was a wonderful experience. It was a way that they learned how to make large quantity of food working in a team, and they're already preparing for next year.
For economic and employment reasons, it is preferred that Arubans run the kitchen, but it is evident that the fusion of cultures bodes well for the island's future. The fact that Aruba has a mix of international and local culinary experts is very positive for the new generations of chefs to learn from them.
In a perfect world, we would love to see, all of our culinary talent coming right here from the island of Aruba. In the past, we've had to bring a lot of the talent here, but now these international chefs are taking a lot of these younger chefs and up-and-coming chefs under their wing and training them. And so, as the future plays out, I think that less and less we're going to have to bring people from abroad here. And, as these students get experiences like this, and with brands like the Hyatt and the Westin and now the Ritz and the Marriott, I think that it's great that we can have produce local talent that can meet the standards of such amazing worldwide hospitality brands.
Due to Aruba's prospering food and beverage industry, the opportunities for students are endless.
We have a big business in Aruba, that's the hotel business. So I'm very proud because I work a lot close with those students because they come and do the traineeship here. And they are so passionate. They want to learn and they can do it on their own island. So that's very great. And if they want to be more professional, they can always go and come back. And we have a lot of possibilities for them to grow.
Talent needs to be discovered from somewhere. At a food festival like this one could be just the chance some of these students need.
Basically, we're trying to breed great chefs here on the island, and this is a perfect experience for them. There's 6 teams from APE. I talked to all of the teams, and we have some of them that it's their first time competing. So, I mean, it's a great experience, and it's just going to help Aruba be even better than what we already are.
That is our show for today. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here starting 7:15 p.m. on Wednesday night with the latest in local and lifestyle news. We'll see you then.